Man, what's up with the what's up? It's your boy Tyrone Hunter back in the building with another edition of What's Really Good Entertainment. If you're just checking in for the first time, hit that like button on the way in the door. Hit that subscribe button on the way out the door. If you've been rocking with the channel, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all up to date on my content. So go check me out. I got some fire. For this one, you see the title. You know my motto. I'm not going to hold you. We going to get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about Young Thug trial judge being out of control. Man, if y'all wasn't paying attention to what happened yesterday, it was nothing but fireworks. In addition to that, Gucci Mane ex-artist, 26-year-old young lady, overdosed, allegedly. And, you know, that's what we're going to be talking about for today. So, if you want to hear the topic, man, hit that like button, share the video so we can get right into it. Yeah. So, just a recap of the Young Thug trial from yesterday. If y'all wasn't paying attention, the day before, the trial judge in the Young Thug YSL RICO case decided to lock Young Thug lawyer up because Young Thug lawyer found out that the judge, the district attorney, and one of the witnesses, Kenneth Copeland, had a secret meeting in the judge's chambers. So the judge wanted Young Thug lawyer to tell him who told him the information, and because Young Thug lawyer didn't, he locked Young Thug up. Right? So, and you could go check my last video on that. I break down that whole situation. Make sure you check that out. So now to update you, yesterday, Young Thug lawyer Brian Steele had representation. Man, this man had the Million Man march of lawyers outside the courtroom ready to come in on his behalf. And the lawyer who represented Young Thug lawyer is the same lawyer who represented Donald Trump. Like, this trial is getting crazy. So, Young Thug lawyer was asking the judge to explain, like, the contempt. Like, okay, you held him in contempt. You're sending him to jail. Under what statute of contempt are you holding him? They went through all of those semantics and things of that nature. Now, kind of find out the judge was confused. He didn't even understand his own statutes of why he was holding Brian Steele, which is Young Thug lawyer, in contempt of court. And then he didn't even realize that in holding Young Thug lawyer in contempt and sending him to jail, that he had to actually give him a sentence, which means a certain amount of time that he has to stay in jail for the contempt. This man ain't even know that. In addition to that, Young Thug lawyer also broke down the fact that, look, you can hold him in contempt all you want to, but there also have to be a hearing for an independent body, which is another judge, to look at these circumstances and decide whether or not the lawyer was in contempt. And because you the one that held him in contempt, you're a witness. So you supposed to go in front of this judge as well, and pretty much you give your story, he give his story, present documents and evidence to see if this man was in contempt. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. You got to get it on appeal. Man, what the physical fitness is going on? How can Brian Steele cannot appeal the contempt? And then the sentence that he wound up giving Young Thug lawyer was 10 weekends. He sentenced him to 10 weekends in jail, meaning he got to turn himself into jail on Friday at 7 p.m. and he get released from jail Sunday at 7 p.m. And he got to do that for the next 10 weekends. But Young Thug lawyer is so gangster, he said, listen, okay, if I got to stay in jail the next 10 weekends, can you put me in the same housing block with my client, Young Thug, which is Jeffrey, so we could work on our case over the weekend? Yo, that's crazy. But that's not all that happened in the trial yesterday. So the witness who was on stand, Kenneth Copeland, whom Brian Steele brung up the information that a secret meeting was held with him. Now, y'all got to understand this. I'm talking kind of fast, but try to understand this. There was a secret meeting with this individual, Kenneth Copeland, the district attorney, and the judge. Now, in order for you to understand it, why Young Thug lawyer felt that it was wrong for them to have the meeting without him or anybody else being present is because this is the same gentleman, Kenneth Copeland, that the judge held in contempt and sent to jail because he pleaded the fifth. Plead the fifth means I don't want to answer questions on the ground that it may incriminate me. So he pleaded the fifth, which is his right to do. The judge didn't like that, so the judge sent him to jail. So now when he come out of jail, now he has an opportunity to give testimony, and if he don't give testimony, the judge will hold him in contempt again. So my thoughts is that's the reason why they held the secret meeting with him, to let him know that, listen, if you don't testify and if you try to say that you plead in the fifth again, I'm going to send you back to jail. That's what I think the meeting was about. Why do I think that's what the meeting was about? Because now all of a sudden, Kenneth Copeland is testifying. He's not answering the questions in the way that they want to, but he's testifying. Why all of a sudden he changed his stance? It was based on that meeting. So Brian Steele, which is Young Thug lawyer, is saying, well, listen, I should have been present in that meeting, because if you said anything in that meeting that would coerce him or make him feel that he need to give testimony, because if he tried to exercise his right, you're going to send him back to jail, then that's wrong. And that's against the law. That's not lawful. So that's why I think that that's what that meeting was about. And that's why I think that the judge was mad and held Young Thug lawyer in contempt and sent him to jail, because it's like, how did he find this out? And now that he found this out, now the judge eventually, probably not now, but eventually the judge is going to have to release those records so they can see exactly what was said in that hearing. And if that judge told him, if you try to exercise your right again, I'm going to send you back to jail, it may be night-night for that judge. And based on a lot of other things that was going on, man, that judge, he just doing what he want to do. He's really not following the law. He's making up his own rules as he go along. You know, he sides with the district attorney most of the time. And that's why I said in my last video that I believe Young Thug is going to be found guilty. Hopefully they could send this case to another judge so that Young Thug could get a fair trial. Because if that's not the case, man, yeah, they going to try to find Young Thug guilty. But in other news now, Gucci Mane's ex-artist, a female artist who is 26 years of age, they said she died of a mysterious death. Then they said that the death has something to do with a heart condition. Now new information is emerging that she died of a fatal overdose. Okay, rest in peace to her. And make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share this video, because this is very, very good information that I'm giving y'all. Now, and share the video too. Now, she hasn't been Gucci Mane artist for 2 years. Okay? She had a 2-album deal or something like that with Gucci Mane. She fulfilled her obligation and she's no longer his artist. So the fact that they said Gucci Mane's artist, you know, I guess they was trying to bring light to her story, you know, because otherwise the information probably wouldn't have got out there, you know. And Gucci Mane's wife, Keisha Kayor, she hopped out there like, yo, listen, don't be trying to throw no dirt on, you know, my husband's name, talking about something always happening to his artist, because all he do is give people an opportunity, and it's up to them what they do with it, which Keisha Kayor is 100,000% right. Let's give it up for Keisha Kayor for speaking the truth, for standing on facts, and for standing up for her nooker. You know what I'm saying? That's what females supposed to do. You're supposed to stand up for your guy. But yeah, she's actually right, man. These kids is out here, they popping perks, they popping Xannies, they sipping that lean, you know, they doing all of these different drugs, and it's fentanyl in these drugs. It's stuff in these drugs. It's fake drugs out there, man. Y'all out here taking these drugs, y'all don't know what y'all taking. The same thing happened to Gucci Mane, other artists. What was his name? 1017 Scar, who's supposed to be the biological cousin of Pooh Shiesty. He died of an overdose as well. Because it's a lot of fake drugs out there. They are not the only people that died of, you know, of a drug overdose. Listen, younger generation, I understand, as well as the rest of the world understand, that y'all want to do drugs, y'all want to party, y'all want to have fun. This is what y'all generation is about. Sipping on some scissor, you know, lean. You got to understand, right? Even lean has heroin in it. Ecstasy has heroin in it. A lot of these drugs that y'all taking have cocaine, heroin, or a mixture of cocaine and heroin, as well as it got fentanyl, which fentanyl is one of the most deadly drugs out there right now. So folks, we got to understand that when you out here taking those drugs, when you out here off those drugs, man, it could prove fatal to you. How many people, you know, have lost their lives to an overdose? You know, and then people are making and creating these drugs in a laboratory. Drugs are being manufactured in other countries. They're being sent over here. People are buying drugs off the dark web. People are buying drugs off of people that they really don't know. You running into people while you out and about in the club in certain social settings, and you asking them, yeah, you got, and they like, yeah, I got, give me that money, and next thing you know, you slumped over. So again, rest in peace to Gucci Mane, ex-artist. We're going to say ex-artist because she haven't been signed to Gucci Mane for over 10 years. You know, R.I.P. to her. Condolences to her. Say no to drugs. We got to do better. They even lacing weed, marijuana, loud, gas, whatever y'all call it. They even lacing that with different stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You don't really know what it is that you're getting. It's your choice as to whether you want to do drugs or not, but you're putting your own life at risk. So do so at your own risk. But my motto would be, say no to drugs. It could potentially save your life. And again, want to send our condolences, you know, to the family of, you know, the female rapper who passed away. She has some decent music. I checked out her music. You know, she was a star. She had a good personality, you know, but unfortunately, them drugs claim another life. And yeah, Young Thug trial judge, go back to you before we get up out of here. Man, that judge is tripping, man. You know, hopefully he get it together. Hopefully he get it right, man, because Young Thug and YSL, they deserve a fair trial. But that's my take on the matter. That's my 2 cents. This is another Driving Edition. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Share the video. Share, you know, so that the information can get out there, so that people can understand that what's really good entertainment is in the building, and that y'all rocking with your boy and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Have a blessed afternoon. Have a blessed Wednesday. Stay safe. Say no to drugs. Stay sucker free. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Beauty.